Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. My name is jfavignano, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of some VKB products that were sent to me from xplane.org. Nick over there, thank you so much for sending that over. We're going to be unboxing these and we're going to be trying them out in the simulator today. On top of that, I will be giving these away in a live stream coming up soon, so I'll probably have the details in the description below right now. You can check and you'll know when that stream is going to be and when we're going to announce a winner for that. So you'll get not only the joystick, rudder pedals, but you'll also get the, I think it's an airliner of your choice from xplane.org as well. So, all right, so let's start by opening up the Gladiator Mark II. This is a joystick I'm very excited to try out. I don't use joysticks too often whenever I fly. I use yoke of the yoke or something like that. But, you know, whenever you're doing whenever you're doing helicopters or, you know, a fighter or something like that, it's cool to have a stick. And let's open this baby up right here and check it out. VKB Sim is the name of these guys. And I think they're fairly new. And we're going to be seeing what this is all about. Read the instructions first. Always read the instructions first, they say. Alright, let's start by this. Okay, there's two pieces here. Go ahead and open it this way then. Nice packaging here. Anything else in there? Yes. We've got the Gladiator flight control system. We have the instructions there, so that's cool. Let's go ahead and open all this stuff up. So there's the actual stick itself. This is a very interesting box setup here. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. So open it like that, maybe? Yeah. Okay, so there was nothing in that part of it. So here's the stick itself. Slides right out like that. Nothing else in there, I don't believe. Nope. You can tell we're not an unboxing channel. Not a professional. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. So here's the stick. Right here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that is plastic, but it's a very heavy plastic. And we have our rudder support right there. For you guys that are brand new to flight sims and you want to get into using a a joystick like that, you know, having a twist grip like that is really nice. So you don't have to have a set of rudder pedals. And this is the throttle here on the left, which seems very, very stiff and good. That's a good thing to have. We got flaps, buttons here. We got mode. You can switch between different modes. We have various buttons here. Very heavy to press. I like that. Start and an eject button. You gotta have an eject button, I guess, for flying a fighter. Let's go ahead and open all this. Pat's just chilling out. He's happy to see another box in the house. He's like, yeah, I want another box, man. Alright, open that up. And it looks like we are greeted with a standard USB. Looks like 2.0. On the back here, though, I don't know what this is. We've got CST and pedals. So I'm assuming that the rudder pedals are going to go into the it looks like a little Ethernet port. There's a system and a pedals one. So I'll have to read my Gladiator flight control system instruction booklet to understand what that's all about. But it's very heavy feeling. I'm very, very, very impressed with that. The bottom is metal right there, and it has a serial number on there and all that good stuff. Says, you know, hey, we put it together. A lot of, but a very nice feeling stick. What I'm noticing is there's no, like, you know, click back into the center. Like a lot of sticks, like the X55 and stuff like that, when you go left and you let go of it, it clicks back in the center really hard. And this is a very, very nice fluid motion with that. So I'm excited to try that with a helicopter. This right here looks like a fire control button thing. You can flip up and be like, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Hat switch right there on the left. Really, really impressed with that. Let's move on to the rudder pedals. All right, now let's check out the VKB Sim Mark IV t-rudder pedals. And we open this up and we're greeted with the KB Sim logo right there. Very lightweight box. Whenever this came to me, I didn't expect it to be such a small box. I was like expecting something, you know, a lot bigger than that. But that was not the case. Wow, look at that. You get a nice little carrying case-like thing here. There it is right there if you want to check that out. Let's go ahead and open that. Oh yeah, the sound of cellophane in an unboxing video. Gotta love it. Throw that over there. It's like a briefcase. You just carry it to work with you one day. For the casual simmer. Read instructions first. They're very adamant about that. Read your instructions first. Don't be a dummy. Okay. Now one thing with this particular set is that you don't have toe brakes on them, but I know that they have a toe brake button, or something like that. This is a, pedals, bus, stick, bus. Man, I don't know what all this means. I'm gonna have to read the instruction booklet. But this is a little black box right there, an orange one. I don't know what that's all about. We have some extra springs, and we've got an Allen wrench and all the tools needed to probably put this together somewhat. There's that Ethernet cable we were looking at before. It looks like a standard Ethernet cable, so maybe you can just use one of those if you have that. Here's the instruction booklet again. Right here's an empty box. And here are the pedals. So let's open that there. And we have to do some assembly. Some assembly is required, it looks like. And, oh man, wow, those things feel like, those are heavy duty. Those are metal. Completely metal right there. And that's going to be nice because the current ones I use now are those Cytec ones, and I always have an issue with them because they slide all over the place. These don't seem like they're going to slide much, if at all. But I don't know, we're not on the wood surface yet. I don't know what this thing is. This is a little tin of the joystick, like a joystick thing. And it's a little card box here. It's a keychain. It's like a keychain for the top piece that goes on your joystick. That's kind of cool. I don't know what else you would use that for other than that. It has the VKB Sim logo on there. Nice little trinket they give you. That's cool. So pretty much that is the size of the pedals, though. If you have a look here, compared to like my hands, like it's a pretty small little set here. So assembly is required on this. I'm gonna go through the instruction booklet and we can put it together and see what it's all about. All right, so the assembly that's required is basically you have these two little nubs here, and there are two nuts on top of these. So we're gonna take them off like that. Stop doing that, Cap. And this one over here, like that. So you have these two spacers. I'm gonna leave the spacers right where they're at. And then these two links are going to come up like this, and they're going to go right around it like that. That looks good. Same thing for that. And we can tighten those down with the nuts on top here. And we have a provided wrench to make it nice and tight. So we'll do that right after hand tightening these screws right now. And this is the only assembly that's really required of it. I thought there was more because I saw those springs in there, these springs that come with it, but I believe these are replacement springs that can go in the actual thing in case those get worn out. You also have a adjustment for the pad underneath here, as you can see right here, and you can adjust the pad as well. So I'm not sure what you would do with all of that, but all of the Allen wrenches are provided with that as well. So let's go ahead and tighten these down with the provided wrench. And nice and tight, so that's done. Both of those are on there now, and you can see the travel of the pedal. It's not anything real extravagant. It doesn't move this way or anything. It just goes down and down, which is no toe brakes there, but you have left and right like that. If you do not have a joystick, you can use the black box that is supplied and use the required USB that comes with it to plug that into your PC, and the pedals will go directly into where it says pedals right there on top of the black box. So if you don't have the joystick, you just use the black box and you're good to go. All right, now we have everything all hooked up and ready to go. I'm gonna set it up and we're gonna go try it out in X-Plane 11 and see what it's all about.
Okay, we're all loaded up here in X-Plane 11 right now with the Coronado Centurion 2 with the Reality Expansion pack as well for it. And this feels very nice, this joystick so far. Before we get into the actual demo, I do want to say that there's some fun fact about this actual design of the stick. And the grip here is a replica of the KG-12, which is used in airplanes like the Messerschmitt Bf-109, the Focke-Wulf 190, and was even used in Soviet Yak-9s and LA-7s And then post-war, it was using the MiG-15 and L-29 trainers. Very interesting about that. So it's based off a real stick. One thing I notice is that it doesn't move around the desk. I do like that. You know, you can manhandle it a little bit and it doesn't even move around too much. The rudder pedals, at first I was like, you know what? How am I going to like this? And I like it a lot. Now, I did map this front button here, the trigger, to the brakes. So it to normal brakes, not full brake pressure. So we have brakes right there since we do not have them down here on the actual rudder pedals. With that said, here's the throttle. Throttle has a very nice tension to it. So let's go ahead and release the brakes here. There we go. We're here in Alton. This is where I got my pilot's license. So I was like, hey, let's go over here to a place that I know so nicely. And these are extremely responsive, these rudder pedals down here. I'm used to the Cytec ones that slide, so that took a little bit to get used to. But once you have that down, you're pretty good. One thing is, you can't lift up. If you lift up, you're going to lift the actual unit off the ground, I have noticed. So you have to plant your heel down and then, you know, pivot off of those. It takes a little bit to get used to that, but if you know, if you're not used to having to keep your heels down, that might be a bad thing for you. I don't know. And I keep wanting to press these down like they're brakes. I wish they did have brakes for those, but they don't, unfortunately. And we're just gonna taxi over here and get underway. I got my flaps button set right here, so I'm gonna hit this first setting of flaps there. I'll give us 10 degrees of flap. And I don't know what's going on with this scenery, but man, double lines here for a taxiway. Well, I guess that's okay. We're gonna be taking off on runway 17 over here. We're on Charlie right now. Not gonna do a run up or anything like that. No need to do that. But I have noticed is, you know, with a lot of Cytec products and a lot of different sticks that I've used in the past. Now I can only relate to the X55 and the CH, you know, joystick itself. Is they have a detent in the middle. These don't have detents, and the one thing I thought I wasn't gonna like with the rudder pedals down here, they do have a detent in the middle where it stops, you know, but I've gotten used to it a little bit more. I do love that this thing is so smooth feeling. There, look at that wind, man. It's a windy day here in Alton, Illinois, and we are ready to take off. We are flying a airplane that has turbo power on it, so we're going to be careful with that and not blow the engine up by just going maximum RPM. All right, let's go for a flight. Add that power here ever so slightly. There we go, like that, and full power added. Look at that, using that right little bit of rudder there. These are very responsive and very smooth. I really like that. Nice and easy back on the stick, and we are in the air, just like that. All right, I don't have a trim set up. That is what I didn't do. I should probably have a trim. I probably would have done it for these buttons, the flaps buttons here. But you can change this mode down here. You'll see that changes to a green light, and now you can remap 6 more buttons. That's a really cool feature there. So we don't have trim, but I don't have to worry about that. It just feels very nice. You know, it's not like it doesn't feel like it wants to fall back into a detent. So it kind of just relaxes where you last left it, which is very, very, very nice. All right, we're climbing out about 100 knots here. I'm gonna reduce my power to about 30 inches on the manifold pressure. Now, if I was really flying the real plane, I would want to pull my my prop back to 2,500 RPM. You can't run that for like 5 minutes or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull my prop back a little bit here. There we go. 25 is right there. Perfect. That works for me. Whew. Hello. I wish I would have had that. But yeah, no, the stick is extremely responsive and very smooth. Like I said, you know, not having those detents is really nice to have. And I add that little bit of right rudder, and we're in coordinated flight. I find that these rudder pedals are a lot easier to keep coordinated flight than the ones that I had before it, which were with the Cytec ones. But I kind of like having my feet planted. It kind of reminds me of in the real airplane, you know, I'm not moving my whole legs around so much using the rudder pedals at all. It's more of just pushing them, you know, with the balls of your feet or the toes. So that's kind of nice. We're at 1,500 feet right now. We're at about, 30 inches there on the manifold pressure. I'm gonna be turning right for my downwind here very shortly. We're at 100 knots. I don't want to climb over 1,500 feet, so I'm gonna bring that nose down here. And let's go ahead and prepare this airplane for arrival. We'll just go ahead and push our prop all the way forward, like that. And I'm gonna pull my engine power back now. And now we're gonna start bleeding all that speed off. Here's the airport right there. We're at 1,500 feet, and I'm hand flying it, not using any of the trim, you know. Not worried about, you know, coordinated flight too much. It's been pretty relaxed so far. And we'll be on the ground very, very shortly. Won't take too long. But yeah, other than that, I do wish that this casing here would have been all metal. You know, the rudder pedals are all metal. I mean, all of it is metal. There's not any plastic on there at all. With this on the top, I kind of wish this was more of a metal casing. That would have been nice. But the bottom, the base of it is metal, so that's a plus. And it always comes with these different screw holes. Some of these higher end products do, so you can, you know, easily mount those to like a sheet or something that you have. Maybe you're working on your own flight setup. So that's nice to have there. We're at about 105 knots here. I'm gonna start pitching up a little bit here. I used to fly this pattern at 1,400 feet, so I'm gonna pull my power back here now. Since we are pitched up, we're gonna go flaps 10. We can feel the plane start to do that. Got our power back in. We're gonna be aiming for about 85 to 90 knots on this airplane here. I'll go ahead and dump the next setting of flap in. There's the airplane coming up a little bit on us. And I can just easily set my left hand on it, and I really like that as I look around here. That is really, really nice. And look at that, we have our flaps already set for landing. Cannot complain there. There's 85 knots, gonna add a little bit more power. And we'll be on a right base for runway 17 very, very shortly. Absolutely, absolutely love the reality expansion pack. You can get that on xplane.org for the Carenado. There's some Carenado airplanes. I will be doing a video on that shortly with the Baron to showcase that. It's like $20 extra for the Carenado product, and it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, we're coming in now. There we are there. I'm doing a little bit of a short approach here, but it's okay. Pull our power back a little bit more. Pitch for that 85 knots. Over Bethalto, Illinois. Start our turn to the right. Very, very responsive and smooth. I love how smooth you can be on this stick without it feeling like it's going to be too much, you know? And what I mean by too much is that it keeps wanting to snap back in the middle for you. I do not enjoy whenever controllers do that. All right, I'm going to pull my power right now. We're coming over runway 17. And we are a little fast. 90 knots, not too bad. Here's our round out. We're going to start flaring it, get in that ground effect. Pull that nose up about right. Whoop. Right there. Whew. But man, I love how the airplane doesn't veer off so much for me using this this set of rudder pedals. That wasn't a terrible landing. Certainly wasn't my best, but it wasn't a terrible landing. So yeah, the things that I don't like about the Gladiator joystick is the plastic. That's the only thing. I think that, you know, if you're paying upwards of what they, you know, people are asking for, you should have some metal in there. That being said, the bottom of the base is metal, and the whole stick itself just feels so nice. I can't explain it. It's smooth. Like, you can just easily touch it, and you'll notice how if I go to the right and I let go, it goes to the middle, but it doesn't snap. You know, it doesn't wiggle there in the middle. That's a really nice thing. Loving the rudder pedals a lot. Loving them. The biggest thing is that you don't have toe brakes. I really wish you had toe brakes for that. But, you know, maybe somebody will come up with a mod or something for those to where you can have toe brakes. That'd be nice, you know. But yeah, really love the all metal construction like that. It makes you feel like you're flying like a World War II airplane with that, with this stick and those rudders. That's really nice. And I think I will get into flying some more helicopters in X-Plane 11 because now I have a great, you know, stick for that. With that being said, this stick will be, we're doing a giveaway here on not Friday. We're going to be doing it probably next week. I'm going to say on Monday, since that's the X-Plane day. So Monday evening, we're doing a giveaway for the xplane.org store. Thank you so much for, you know, providing this stick and rudder pedal set. So you can have a chance to win this if you show up to the live stream. All the details for that will be in the description below. You can check that out. We go live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you could walk away with a Mark II here and the rudder pedals, as well as an airliner of your choice from xplane.org. So yes, it's for X-Plane. However, you know, on the other side of the coin, you've got not only, you know, we're in X-Plane 11, but this will work in Prepared, it'll work in FSX, it'll work in so many different flight simulators. So you don't have to feel left out. There's a police car sitting over here. That is awesome. You see where it says Admin Bravo right there? Right here is where, on Bravo, we're on right now, but where it says Admin there, that's where my flight school was when I used to go there. At Langa Air Flight Academy was the name of them. Yeah, this is so strange to see the double lines like this for a taxi line, but wow, I just cannot get over how smooth these rudder pedals are. They're so smooth. My taxiing has just increased so much because of that. Oh man, the police are here to pick me up. They're like, nope, you did something wrong, man. You did something wrong. All right, we'll spin around right here and shut her down. But that is going to conclude this review and unboxing of the Gladiator Mark II, as well as the VKB Simulations t-rudder pedals. Loving these things as well. And I was told by Nick from X-Plane.org, he's like, you know, when you use them, you never want to give them up. And I can understand why that is now, you know. At first I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. But let's go ahead and kill the power here. That comes to a stop. We pull our prop back as well. And let's go ahead and go avionics off. And we'll turn that guy to the off switch, and off it goes. There you go. Never turn off the engine with the avionics master switch is in the on position. Yeah. Okay. Made damage to radios. Oh, okay. Good to know. I should have cut that before I killed the engine. Yeah, I should know that. I'm a private pilot. Anywho, guys, that is going to do it for this. If you're interested in these products, check out the links for them in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.